Welcome, everybody, to RiverCity-Media. Phil Harris would normally be sitting in this position answering the questions, but right now, Phil's still delivering potato chips, Howie. So, he's doing his regular job. We are here with the Ider Football Quarterback Club, also one of our great fans and a follower of RiverCity-Media and the Ider Insider, we call him, Tyler Dalton. Howie Cheney's here with us, but before we get to Howie, let's make sure we got all the names straight, because I'm old and I'm going to try to write them down, but if I call you the wrong name, I'll be 60 next year. Just remember that. Left to right.
I'm Lori Traylor.
Alicia Kidwell. Angela Thomas.
Tyler Dalton, the Ider Insider.
The Ider Insider. Welcome, y'all. We appreciate you taking the time, and we're here to talk about something big, and that is Meet the Hornets, August 8th, 4 p.m., and it sounds like it's going to, I read the flyer, and I just got excited. There was so much going on, and we'll be throwing some graphics up. You can tell more about it, but Phil's on his way he'll be here shortly, so let's start around the question with Mr. Howie Cheney.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Gals. Thanks for joining us tonight. We do this for anybody that's willing to come on, and thank y'all for joining us. And tell us a little bit about Meet the Hornets that's going to be coming up here in, I think, 3 weeks?
Well, over 2, I think. August 9th, Saturday, August 9th.
Okay. At 4 o'clock, of course, and it'll be at the football field?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Tell us some of the things that's going to be going on during that day, because it's not just going to be bring the players out, introduce them, and everybody go home. It's going to be a lot of events going on. So if y'all could just kind of break down what's going to be taking place.
So we're going to go big this year. We decided to add a lot more in and make it fun. We just wanted to bring out the community. They're always great to us. So we wanted to bring everybody out that we could, and then just really make it a super fun day for from Pee Wee all the way up to varsity, and all the parents and all the supporters that we've got. So we've kind of been putting all this together. We've got some awesome helpers here, and so they have kind of pulled some things together. So I'm going to let them both talk a little bit about a lot of what we've got going on, what we've added to it this year. So, Lori, if you want to go ahead and start out with the music.
I wrote mine down because I knew I'd forget it. So I'm kind of going to go. We brought in live music this year, which will be going from 4 to 7. Usually we would introduce the boys first, but this year we're changing it up. We're going to do the activities from 4 to 7, and then the live music from. We're going to do the live music from 4 to 7, and then introduce the boys, the band, cheerleaders, volleyball, starting at 7 o'clock. So for our live music, we are going to start out with the New Life Ministries worship team, and that's led by Ryan Watkins and Marcella Brown. And I'm just going to give a little bit of background on each act that we have. Ryan released an album, The Southern Sun, in 2015, and it has been featured in several local festivals. He's also played at the Ark Encounter with his daughter, Kelby Watkins, and performed there in 22, 23, and 24. Marcella, she's also part of the New Life Ministries worship team, and she has performed in several festivals and is a frequent with the national anthem at any school event we have. If we ever need a national anthem sang, we always call Marcella.
Yes.
She's also performed at the Ark Encounter with her daughter Alexa in 2023. She just recorded, and I didn't know this till today, but she just recorded a new single called One in Christ, and that features her daughter Alexa and her niece Yazzie.
Yay.
So that's pretty neat for her. She's waiting for that to be released.
Awesome.
Yazzie Chastain, she's also a part of the New Life worship team, and she graduated Ider in 2025, and she actually just received a jazz choir scholarship to Northeast. I don't think we've ever had anybody from Ider. Then we got Kelby and Alexa. That's Ryan and Ryan's daughter. Alexa is Marcella. They're students at Ider High School, and they won first in state and first in the nation at Beta in 2022. And they both also performed at the Ark Encounter. And then we've got Carly Mann, who is also a student at Ider. She placed at the Dade County 4th of July celebration in 2023 and 2024. And she performed in Teddy Gentry's Singing with the Stars and placed third one year and went on to win it all recently this year in 2025. And then we have Libby and Kelly Reeves. They're also students at Ider. And they won or placed top 10 at Beta Nationals. And they're part of the Durham Gospel Singing Group. And then we have Lainey Travis, and I'm really excited to have her. She performed at the DeKalb County Children's Advocacy Center fundraiser at the Patsy Cline tribute concert. And she also won Teddy Gentry Singing with the Stars competition in 2022 and 2023. And she opened a private concert for Alabama in June of 2023, and I didn't know that either.
Amazing.
And then we'll have Brandon Porter. He will close out the night with a solo guitar performance of the national anthem. I don't know if you've ever heard him on the guitar, but he is fantastic.
I said I would come just to hear him play guitar. So
Yeah.
it's going to be something to
It's gonna
see.
be great. Yes. So we're trying to just make it bigger than ever before. So we're pretty excited about all that. Do you want to talk about the concession stand?
Sure. A lot of new things across the board at Ider this year. Ider's really got it going on, as I've said several times. New football coach, fairly new basketball coach. Coach Gaddis, he's the GOAT of baseball. And then we've got, this big event that we do every year, Meet the Hornets, where it seems like the whole school's involved. You've got the Pee-wees and the junior high, and the varsity and the cheerleaders and volleyball and band. And it's just really an opportunity for a sneak peek to come and see what the kids are going to be doing this year. So really looking forward to that. I left out Coach Pruitt, or girls.
Yeah.
Wow, how did I do that? And Coach Hughes, softball, been amazing. So we want everybody to come out, and the food, I've kind of been in charge of the food this go around. We're going to have smoked butts. If you've ever bought a Boston butt from Coach Gaddis, they're epic, and you cannot miss the Boston butts. So we're going to have those on barbecue sandwiches, barbecue nachos, of course, grilled hot dogs, chili cheese dogs, nachos and cheese, chili cheese nachos, homemade lemonade, homemade sweet tea, popsicles.
So come hungry.
Come hungry.
We'll have plenty.
Homemade desserts. I think Courtney's making homemade banana pudding again.
Our
So
famous banana pudding.
everybody loves that. Come hungry. You can get all of that for $5. So you can't get that at any restaurant. If you come for nothing else, come for the food.
We're going to have some big inflatables, 2 huge inflatables for the kids. All that will be at no charge too for all the kids to come out and play. Lined up a photo booth. And we also have professional face painting. So we've actually brought somebody in, face painting by Nicole. So she'll have all that set up. All that again is no charge. We're just doing that for our community, for all the kids to do. We've brought in something super special. We think may end up being one of the bigger things is a dunking booth.
Yes.
And we're going to have all the coaches. So the kids are going to be super excited about this. So it's only $1 per ball, and we've got the lineup. We've got Kelly Hammonds. She's our cheerleading coach, so she's going to go first. And then each one will be about 30 minutes. And then Coach Clements will go next, our new football coach. Then Coach Henshaw. And they'll all, again, just $1 per ball. They'll have their chances to go to dunk these coaches. Did you say those were switched?
No, we just have Gaddis.
Okay. And then Coach Gaddis will be our grand finale. So we'll have him in the dunking booth also. And then along with that, we'll have a tent set up with lots of tables and things to offer. We've also brought in a lot of new programs this year. Thanks to Coach Clements, he had some great ideas. And so we'll have our apparel that we always do. We've got a lot of new items coming out. So everybody always likes to stock up on those with their black and gold gear. And then we've got a new program called Little Hornets. And so these forms, it would be best to go ahead and get signed up for these at Meet the Hornets. But if you happen to miss it somehow, those will be going out the first day of school as well. But it's a new program. It's $25 for a t-shirt. It will allow 6th grade and under, if they purchase those, they can get in free to every home game. So we're excited to bring out all the kids and get them really involved in our varsity games. So that's for the varsity games, they'll get in free every home game. And then they'll also, little kind of special thing, they'll get to run out behind the varsity when they run through the tunnel at each home game. And when we set up the tunnel and the varsity runs out on game night, then all the kids get to, if they got their little Hornets, they'll get to run out behind them. So I think they're going to love that. All the little kids are going to love that.
I love that.
We have our reserve seating again. That's always a big hit every year. It's that big gold section in the middle. So be sure and check out that table. We'll have a table for the little Hornets. We'll have a table for the apparel. And then we also will have a table for our homecoming t-shirts. Those forms also will be going out first day of school. But you get a chance to go ahead and get those pre-ordered. We know those, we always have a lot of orders come in, so that'd be an easy way to go ahead and get those ordered. We have a raffle. Also, pew pew, we can't say the word for the hunting
Something for hunting.
equipment. Yes. So that's going to be huge this year. Coach Clements, Danny Bryan, they went through, hand selected. We have 10 different ones plus a $500 gift certificate. So each ticket is $25, or you can get 5 for $100. So pretty awesome deal on that. And then we're going to have all of each, from starting with seating. Do you want to talk about that?
Well, we didn't mention the cornhole. We're gonna have a cornhole tournament.
Yes, cornhole.
25, was it 25 a person?
Mm-hmm.
25 a person, and the winner splits the pot.
Oh, and
Cowball.
cowboy.
Cowboy.
We have brought it back. Yay! We've had people asking for this for years, so we were talking about it. Lori's like, we're bringing it back. So
We brought it back, and we
Yes.
sold. We had 800 tickets, and we sold
Sold
all 800 tickets.
it's gonna be big. So that's always fun to watch that. So we haven't had that in years. I don't even know how many.
Last year, Tank was here, Coach Tanker.
Okay. So it's been a long time. So we brought that back. Super excited about that. We're going to set the tunnel up. So we're going to do the intro of all the kids. I don't want to give all the details away, but it's just something you're not going to want to miss. It's going to be super fun. So we're going to have the tunnel set up. Way better introduction of all the kids. It's going to be a lot of fun. So they'll get to participate in that. We'll start with C team, go to B team, A team. All the cheerleaders are going to be involved. Before we do that, though, we are going to introduce our volleyball team. So make sure everybody comes out for them. And then the band will be there. They'll be playing. We'll be sure to feature them as well. We're going to start it out also with our elected officials. So we always like to have them appreciate all that they do for our community, our schools, and programs. So we'll definitely put the spotlight on them for a little bit. So then we're going to end it with the varsity. We'll have with junior high too, not to leave them out. We got our junior high; they're amazing. And then we'll end it with our varsity football coming through the tunnel. Lots of exciting things in the fog machine. And so we'll have a fog machine, and I don't know if they all know that yet or not, but it's going to be awesome. And then we'll end with an amazing national anthem by, as Lori was saying, Brandon Porter. Well, he's incredible. I don't know if y'all all heard him or not, but you won't want to miss that either. And then a big grand finale of fireworks to end the night. So we are super excited. So more we started planning and pulling all this together, like we've all been just super pumped about it. So
We're excited.
we're very excited.
Sound like it, excuse me. It sounds like it's going to be a big night for the Ider Hornets, the community, and which I know that Ider has got a great community following. And so I'm sure it was no problem getting a lot of volunteers to come out and help you do that stuff.
Mhm.
But if I had to guess, y'all are always willing to take a few more volunteers to help do something.
Definitely.
Sure.
Yes. If anybody wants to volunteer and we've not already contacted you, we still need people at these tables. We're going to need people under the tents, at these other little things we've got going on. So yes, definitely. If anybody can help, just contact Angela, Lori, myself, TD, anybody that Coach Clements, just anybody that wants to help. Absolutely. We can always use extra help.
I'm going to ask a couple more questions, and I'm going to step aside, let Phil and Randy take you the rest of the way to the house. But one, you've got a lot of stuff going on, and the best that I could remember is the only thing that you're going to have to pay for is if you buy apparel or if you buy food. Is that correct?
And the Little Hornets table, the Little Hornets t-shirts, homecoming t-shirts, if they want those. Most people get those every year anyway. We're just trying to make it a little more easily accessible that night. So we'll have those tables. But yes, just to get in, see their kids introduced, enjoy all of it. Yes.
That part's
Concession
free.
stand, the apparel if they want that, and then the dunking booth is $1 per ball. But yeah, pretty much everything else. The raffle tickets, the t-shirts, all that goes, I guess, probably without saying. But yeah, so we'll have those tables set up. But as far as what they would just need, it would be the concessions and then the dunking booth. And then if they want any other souvenirs, I guess you could say.
And bring a folding chair and set up. We'll have a trailer for a stage for the musicians, and even if you just come to sit around and listen to good music, bring a folding chair and do that.
It's a family day.
Just a good family day.
Bring everybody out and enjoy with all your Ider Hornet family. And it's gonna be
Yeah,
great.
and I think we're gonna try to set up some tents and drum fans in case. So.
Maybe it won't be as hot as today.
We may have some volunteers for that dunking booth. I don't know if it's super hot.
I may hop in.
Yeah.
PD may get in.
Yeah.
Ladies, it's August the 9th in the south of Alabama here. It's going to be hot on a Saturday. I can promise you that. So yeah, bring something dressed accordingly, of course. And my last couple questions, and turn it over to the two guys that will take you the rest of the way. One, you kind of answered it, but I still want to find out. Could you not get Tyler to get in the Duncan booth that night?
Well, TD.
I might, who's to say?
I think the insider would bring a lot of money to the Duncan booth if he got up in there.
Insider.
That might be a special treat.
It might be.
And the other one for the Duncan booth I want to ask about is, I always feel like you need someone that's kind of in charge, like in administration. Like, could you not get Mr. Brooks in there?
See what you can do,
Good
TD.
idea.
But whatever, don't mention that I mentioned it, because that is family, and it will get back to me. So don't mention to Mr. Brooks that I mentioned it. Just say it was brought to y'all's attention.
I'll just put Gaddis in that.
Put him in charge.
Yeah.
And the proceeds for the Duncan booth and some of this other stuff, all that goes to the football team. Is that correct?
Correct. Yes. Yes. The dunking booth, all the proceeds for that is going to go to feed our boys. We've tried to really make that a big priority the last couple of years, and trying to really get those kids on a lot. They need a lot of calories for the football. As they're football players, they need a ton of calories, and so we're anything that goes for that dunking booth goes straight to their snacks and feeding them. And then all the other proceeds will go, yes, totally to the boys, to things for the football program. So, yes.
Last question, and then I'll leave it to the other guys. Thank y'all for joining on behalf of myself. Thank y'all for joining, getting the word out about this, because we are big on supporting schools, and not just the schools, but the kids. Without the kids, this is not possible. So thank y'all for coming on and giving this information out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, no. And the last thing is, I heard Boston butts being mentioned. A fat guy like myself enjoy some Boston butts myself. Is there any way of getting a Boston butt and just like going home with it?
We could probably arrange that.
We'll be cooking them Labor Day weekend too
Yeah,
for the
that's
baseball
right.
program.
Okay, so I've got two chances to get. That's all this fat guy wants to know about getting the food. So,
I understand.
so Phil Harris, I'll turn it over to you, buddy.
Throw it boys at home. That's all we think about food.
Well, I'm afraid, Howie, my phone's about to die. I've been tied up all day. I got caught up in media days, and Jeff begged me to stay because he needed somebody to ask questions, and so I kind of hung out longer than needed to. Didn't even get my route run, but I wanted to pop in because to thank y'all for coming on, and something I want to ask about because I'm more toward the football thing. Y'all, all three of y'all have kids that are in the program. What's the buzz around Ider with Coach Clements? I know he's a high energy guy, and when you talk to the players, they'll tell you that. But what's kind of the buzz going around? Of course, no pun intended, but a lot of positive vibes coming within the football program right now.
100%. Yeah, we've, of course, you always, as a parent, want to know, what do other people, what do y'all think about him? And just kind of asking. I didn't know him until he was already hired when Mr. Brooks and Coach Ledbetter had brought him on. So we were kind of, as any parent would be, a little maybe nervous, not really knowing what to expect. But the more we've gotten to know him and the more that we're hearing from our kids, and we've heard nothing but positive, like major positive. So we're fired up. They are really fired up and excited. And so that's what we're hearing. A lot of the buzz is going around, is a lot of excitement.
Tell them what
So
Taylor
he
said.
is about running through the wall. Yeah. The boys we were joking the other night and just talking about just how inspiring he's been to all the kids, and just really kind of helped them to dig deep and pull out a lot of things maybe that they didn't realize was in there. And so even one of my boys, I don't remember, I think it might have been Tyler, and he said, I think Coach Clements could get me to run through a brick wall. Like, they respect him so much, all of them across the board, and just want to do anything that they can do for him. Anything he expects out of them, he's raised the bar really high, and I feel like they have followed his lead. He leads by example. Sometimes in the weight room, he won't just tell them what to do. He'll show them what to do, and he'll get over there and sling some bars too. So it's been amazing. We're all excited.
And he's the most organized man I've ever met in my
Yes.
life.
Yeah.
Very organized.
Very organized, smart.
And he's made some really good purchases
Yeah.
for our boys.
Yes.
Like he's really stepped up our program
He has.
with things that we didn't know that we
Didn't know we
needed.
needed. No, exactly. He's been great about fundraising. He's got a lot of great ideas. I know we're throwing out tons of fundraisers, but again, our community is absolutely amazing. And they always support us great in all of those fundraising efforts. And he has put those dollars where they needed to go.
Yes.
When we first had a meeting with all of the quarterback club, we've pulled in several new officers this year, so we're super excited about that. Also, a lot of people have really stepped in and helped us. And like you said earlier, we always need help. But once we had a meeting with him, he laid it out. Lori said he's organized, so organized. And so he had a wish list of things he needed for those kids to bring that program up to the next level of where he wanted it to be and where we wanted it to be. And like Lori even said, just things we didn't even realize we did need. And so he has put those dollars to work. And so we're super, super excited. So we want to thank our community too. I mentioned that just a
Absolutely.
second ago, but we definitely want to thank our community. They're just incredible, always supporting us. So what else would you say about Coach Clements?
I've never seen so much energy out of a single person, and I don't understand where it comes from, but I don't think he sleeps, honestly.
His mind's always turning. So,
But just overall, a good example for the boys. I think he doesn't put one kid above another. I think he's really stressed that. It's not about any single showboat. He wants them all to get equal attention, and he holds them to a really high standard. He's big on nutrition, and that's something that we talked about last year. We learned about how many calories an athlete needs per pound, and he came into the program, he already knew all that, and he's pushing the boys and encouraging them to keep up with what they eat, and on the hot days pushing liquids. I know all coaches do that, but I've just been really impressed with the way he encourages nutrition. I guess as mamas, we're extra big on making sure our boys are fed and watered, whatever you want to call it.
I love it. Fed and watered.
We're impressed all the way around.
Well, before this goes out, ladies, thanks for coming on. I know I've met a couple of you before, and and I kind of follow what Ider does. I'm out that way a lot. Tyler, I want to ask you a question. What's your take on Coach Clements? I mean, I feel good about him. Comes from a great background, and he is high energy. There ain't no doubt about it. And
There ain't no doubt about that.
What is your take on the program, Tyler?
I believe we might take the next step with him in the program.
I hate to tell y'all, but if you think he's high energy now, wait until a Friday night.
I bet we're ready. We're ready to see it. We got to get a little sneak peek at the 7-on-7 that our boys played in. And that's what we were all talking about. I was like, man, that was great. That was awesome.
And the powder puff.
Powder puff, yeah.
Tackling
Yes,
Gaddis.
he tackled Gaddis in powder puff. That was funny. Yes. And then he's also brought in a lot of help too. He's got a lot of assistant coaches. So I think that's gonna help a lot as well. So yeah, we're super excited.
Yeah, because naturally he can't do it all by himself. He will need help.
Nobody.
Correct. And a successful program. But while y'all are on here, I want y'all to all mention your children, because I know they would love to hear their name anytime they can. It's special. Brag on them just a little bit. Tell us about the children you have that's in your program, and even you that's got nieces and nephews that play or cheerlead or play volleyball.
Make me go first.
Yeah.
I've got Brinley. She's a senior this year. I think you guys know Bryn. She plays softball. She plays basketball, and then she signed up for volleyball yesterday out of the blue. Surprised us all. So she'll be playing 3 sports this year. And then I've got Braxton. He is a freshman, and he plays football and basketball. And then I've got McKinley and Bryant.
Yes.
McKinley's a senior of Bryn. Cheerleading, softball, basketball, volleyball. And then Bryant's the same as Braxton. He's football and basketball.
Fun stuff. I'm Tyler and Taylor Kidwell's mama, and they are just like most kids have to be at Ider almost as multi-sport players. And so they are football and baseball strictly now. So they have decided to really focus on those two. And so I've loved watching them. They first played their first sport in 2nd grade. So they're going to be going into their junior year, which blows my mind. I can't believe that. But so we're just soaking it all in and knowing that it's coming, not to an end. I can't say that yet. But Tyler was out last year with a pretty severe back injury. And for football, he got injured game 1. So he was out for most of the season with a fractured lower back, and so he is really fired up and ready to get back out there this year for sure, 100%. And then Taylor, he just goes hard, puts his all into everything he does. So they're both really fired up about this football season. So excited.
And I have my oldest, Trent. He plays all the sports, like Alicia mentioned. When you're in a small school, you kind of help out where you can, and so he's number 12. I'm really proud of him. He didn't start playing football young like some of them did. He didn't start until his 7th grade year here at Ider, and he is tight end and linebacker. I don't know football really well. Y'all forgive me.
We're gonna get there.
So I'm proud of that boy. And he plays basketball. He's on varsity this year. His first year play varsity basketball. And he's played baseball for Coach Gaddis for the past 2 years. And then I have Evan. He does all the sports. Evan and his twin sister, Anna, they're still at Henniger, which is where I teach. And Evan plays football here at Ider, and he plays baseball at Ider. And he plays basketball. I think basketball is his favorite. Both boys are number 12, like their daddy was. Their daddy went to North Jackson and played all the sports there, so they aspire to be like their daddy. And Anna, she plays volleyball and basketball.
That sounds.
Tyler,
Got all the kids.
Tyler, you have any kids?
Yeah.
No, but I've got a question for Tyler, and I run the website here. Tyler, does anybody have a clue how much time you spend getting the word out about Ider sports? Because I can go to sleep at night and on a Friday night, and before the night's over, I hear ding, ding, with about 3 articles about the Ider game. How much time do you spend covering Ider sports?
Pretty good bit, I'd say.
Well, we appreciate you here because I'm telling you, I have never put Ider High School in my search bar and look for results because I've got them from Tyler before it happens. So we appreciate it.
Or as they say, the Ider legend.
Oh, yes, yes.
I wasn't going there, but let me get over to Tyler. That's enough. We're going to leave Tyler alone for a minute. Let him be a legend in his own head. Hey, we got a little graphic again that kind of shows everything, and I hate putting it up because we can't see y'all when we do, but those are posted on RiverCity-Media along with a lot of other information and pictures. But there's something that we've not hit on. If you want to support the football team, detergent, cash donations, water cases, protein, all that's very, very important at this point.
Yes.
Are y'all taking donations that day, or can they come?
Absolutely.
Coach?
It was very important for Coach Clements. He wanted to keep this where we weren't just nickel and diming everyone. His main focus was getting people to come out. So he did not want us charging admission for, even though we're going to offer a lot of extra things. He said, no, he said, I don't want somebody to not come in because they're a family of 5 and they'd have to pay $50 to get in. So we want y'all just to come out, enjoy all that we have to offer that day. But if you can, like you said, just bring cash donations would be great, or laundry detergent. He would use that for all their uniforms. He keeps those and washes all those for the players. And the protein, of course, protein bars, protein powder, any of that definitely could be a benefit. And always water. So, yeah, anything that anybody can do would help tremendously.
And I've been around since day one of River City. We started at my kitchen table over there. But the reason I mention that is anytime we bring on anybody from Ider, be it the kids, be it a coach, we always have tremendous turnout. Is the community as pro Ider Hornets as I think they are?
They are. Yes, they are.
If I make a phone call, like for softball, when we go to state, I have a list of people I'll call and say, we need this, and we have it the next day. Like our community's amazing. I think we outshine everybody.
We do. They definitely
They
do.
just,
Our
anything we
community's
need, we've
awesome.
never really wanted, because if we need it, there's people we can call
Mhm.
that are always willing to help out, and they show up.
Yes.
I think we had the biggest turnout for softball I've ever seen when we went to state this year. I felt like the whole school was there.
Mhm.
And with how I like the sound of food. But before I talk about food, I got one other question real fast. Well, it's more of a statement. Have y'all ever thought of bringing the QSB, like Phil Harris, to the Duncan booth? I know we could.
I mean, we do have a slot open.
We just had we did just have a cancellation, so
6:30.
we can Phil Harris and he's on our schedule. 6:30.
Howie told you. It wasn't Randall, by no means. But look, I'll come buy some balls and throw them at Bill. Anytime. Howie, go ahead before I get myself in trouble. I've already made Tyler a legend and Phil a Duncan booth contest.
Well, Well, y'all can tell I'm still here. Phil's phone died on him, so I'm going to stick around if that's okay, and try to come up with some more questions. And I was thrown in at the last second, so forgive me if I kind of stumble a little bit as far as asking the questions. But um, let's talk about some of the other things that are going on. This is a huge fundraiser for the football program as well. But I do know that this is not the only thing. If I'm not mistaken, y'all have discount cards that y'all are selling as well.
Mhm.
How much are those, and where can they actually get one, or will they be available that night?
Yes. I think we have a few left over. Those did really well.
They did. We have, they were, yeah. We have, there were 20. There were 20. Lori's already got her money's worth.
Yeah.
She's already got her money's worth out of her Lamont's discount. So Coach still has, some of these. You can purchase. You've got Jefferson, Zaxby's, Country Road Cafe, the north end of the county. Yeah, that's the back there with our schedule. Tuxedos, flowers, Toki, Fazoli's. My favorite, the Tire Center, 10% off your total.
It's a big deal.
Just saying. Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
So, yeah, and like I said, the Lamont's, you could, if you're a Lamont's frequenter like Lori is.
I'm going after this podcast is.
You would get wrap it up.
Yeah, she's ready for Lamont.
Yeah, I mean, 4 visits of a $50 tab, you
Yeah.
made your money back. So yeah, it's easy to do.
Yeah, pretty much anything that you normally purchase for the upcoming fall season, we're going to have tables there for that. The reserve seats, everybody should get reserve seats. It is totally worth it. They're comfortable.
And we did, last year, we took out every other row because before it was so crowded. Like it was literally like the row in front of you was right there at your knees. So what we did last year is went through and took out every other row. So you have so much more room. They're very comfortable. Got your seat back chairs. So everybody that got those last year, they really enjoyed it. So yeah. And they're, if you buy 2 or more, they're $35 a piece. If you buy 4 or more, they're $30 a piece. So, and that just saves you that spot. You're not lugging in your stadium seat every game, every home game. So you still do pay admission, but then, but that's got your reserve seat. And as our team just does better and better, which I want to say thanks again to our community. Even we've struggled the last few years. It's no secret. Everybody knows it. We know it. But we still had, I was amazed. Like it literally brought tears to my eyes sometimes to look around and see people still there supporting these kids. So, but we're looking forward to lots of good changes and some things going on. So I feel like you might want to grab that reserve seat because you might need it. It's going to be more and more people coming in. So I think so.
Yeah. And on top of that, even if you were struggling, I still had the statistics 3 minutes after the game ended from Tyler. So
Go TD.
always on top of it. Go ahead. Sorry.
And back to the reserve seats, I always say this for everyone that thinks about purchasing it. The reserve seats are only good for regular season because the state will not allow you to have reserve seats during the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm optimistic that Ider will be having some playoff games at home. So I want to get that word out there.
Alicia's got them penciled in her calendar. First round and second round. Already penciled in.
Yeah. We believe in our boys.
Absolutely. And we kind of mentioned something a little bit earlier, and I want to go back to it real quick. We had a comment from Zach Hart saying, Coach Clements is my hero. And for the ones that don't know Zach Hart, he is an assistant softball coach at Gadsden State Community College. And him and Coach Clements were together, I think, at Sylvania for a little while, and I think at possibly Sexton as well.
Okay.
So that's how they know each other. And Zach can verify on Friday nights, not only will Coach Clements be hollering at his players to do better, he'll also be encouraging the cheerleaders to cheer a little bit louder and for the band to play a little bit louder as well.
Sounds great.
So Coach Clements somebody said something about, thinks he sleeps and don't, about sleeping and all that. He doesn't sleep 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Y'all don't realize that he's got a little USB.
Yesterday morning.
Yeah, he's got a little USB cable in his back. He just kind of plugs it in and recharges while he's sitting there eating supper, and then he's ready to go again. So,
Yes, he said he was up here yesterday morning. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, go ahead. Yesterday morning, Coach Clements was up there. What was he doing?
Yeah.
Painting the goalpost.
He's a worker. He's definitely a worker.
He's a worker.
Yeah, we had a big work day Saturday, so we had a lot of people come out and just trying to get our stadium cleaned up and get it ready for football season. So he was not just going around, yep, there's a picture. Yeah. And so we got a lot done, got it looking great. Got a few more things to do, the finishing touches. And so, yeah, he's not just, like I said earlier, with the kids, but with all of us too, adults. He's not just a do this, but he gets out there and he's helping. And then on Sunday morning he's back painting goalposts.
Back painting the goalposts. It was done.
Maybe he's here all night. We don't know.
Who knows?
Yeah. We did tell him Saturday afternoons, like, go home, see your wife, enjoy your kids. But he did, and so that was good. We were glad because I know she's sacrificing a lot too,
Yes.
and they're girls, and they have 3 little girls, and so they're so cute. So but we appreciate Brittany sharing Coach Clements with us, and so, but we had to make him go home and spend time with her, which he was glad to.
Absolutely. And, coaches and coaches' wives knows what it's going to take to have a successful program. And, Coach Clements is doing what he can right now because he wants to put the best foot forward for Ider. And knowing Coach Clements the way I do, he's an Ider Hornet for life right now. And
Seems that
y'all
way.
could have, I don't know if y'all could have asked for a better hire with Coach Clements. So, Randy, I'll turn questions over to you.
Look, I'm still hung up on the Boston butt. I'm
Around there. Let's cover that again.
Will you do Boston butt too?
I will.
Get him a Boston butt. I love him a Boston butt.
I will. Speaking
Will
of something new, I know Randall will like this. We got flag football coming to Ider.
What?
Yeah.
Let me tell you, my daughter plays flag football for Hickson High School. I live in Chattanooga.
Wow.
Last year, we started this girls flag program. I've never seen a group of girls take to it. We had them quitting cheerleading, quitting basketball. It was all of a sudden, I'll never forget, we had a little girl who was a senior cheerleader that said, I've wanted to play football for 12 years, and now I get to. So it was amazing. So
Yeah.
I will say you'll get your money worth out of it, Tyler.
Yeah. We're playing in a league at the Field of Dreams at Rainsville.
That is awesome. That
It's
is
like 5th and 6th grade girls, and Embry Hamilton, Sadie Schrader, Adeline Anderson, Ella Weldon, Sophie Townsend, and Heidi Watkins.
you gonna say first two?
There's one more that's homeschooled that will round out the team.
Wow.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Hey, our girls have waited a long time to play football. It's a wonderful thing. You give them an opportunity. And again, in our house, I'm a girl's dad, and you see a girl play center who's 5'5", 150 that thinks she's 6'6", 305. It's a good thing. So, hey, with everything y'all talked about, there's so much going on. Did we mention you're going to have a fireworks show at some point? Is that correct?
We might have maybe a little, but we can hit on that again. Yes, Lisa George, who her daughter and Lisa are Pee Wee cheerleader sponsors, and so Lisa, she donated a lot of fireworks to us. So thank you, Lisa, for doing all that. So yes, at the end of everything that night, make sure nobody leaves. But you'll definitely want to stick around for that, and we're going to have a grand finale with a big fireworks show. So.
get nachos that can be relaxed while they're watching the fireworks.
Yes. Get that last tray of barbecue nachos, sit down, enjoy the fireworks show. Yeah.
This is kind of off the beaten path, but I want it to, the sports program is so good at Ider. At this point, it seems like there's a lot of people, including Coach Clemens, working to get the football program on par with that. And that's so big in the area. Does the young men that's playing football, do they understand? Sometimes I just pray for them that they get to feel good about themselves. And I think Coach Clemens will let them feel good about themselves. How important is it for them to play this year? And I don't care if they win 1 game or 10 games, but to finish the year feeling good about themselves.
Yes. I loved today when at Media Days, when they interviewed all of the kids. And sorry, we had somebody hard step in here. Just a moment. But today at Media Days, they asked the kids a little bit along those same lines. And every single one of them talked about their pride in wearing that black and gold. And that means so much. And there's just nothing like it. We've had some kids move away from Ider and they end up coming back because there's just nothing like the bond, I don't think, that our kids have here. And I'm not talking about just one kid. I mean, we've had a few, that have trickled away and then they come back. And they just say just the community that we've got, the bond that those kids have is so super strong. And kids that move in, we've had a lot of Henniger kids move in and Rosalie kids move in. And as a mama, it means a lot to hear all of those parents talk about how welcomed that their kids were when they moved in. And there's just something about that pride that those kids have, even with 0-10 season last year. I mean, they came back out this year. I mean, they just love playing for Ider. And I think that's huge. And it's special to me. It's not about the championships. It's not about the wins.
No. And we just had we had 2 grades that just didn't have a lot of boys.
Yeah.
We had our junior high that's done excellent the last 2 years, and now some of them boys have moved up and combined with our varsity JV with their playing. But we had 2 grades that just didn't have a lot of boys. So I think we're finally getting past this hump because what is our number on varsity?
30, yeah, between 35 and 38. So it's been a long time since Ider's had that many kids on varsity.
Probably my senior year was about.
Yeah. And Coach Clemens has done great with that too. He's gone out in the hallways and the classrooms and talking to kids and pulling them in his office and let's talk. Let's sit down here. Let's chat for a little bit. So he's brought a lot of kids back out that have played maybe a little bit in the past. And so, yeah, I think that's huge because we're junior heavy and we're freshman heavy. We've got a huge junior class. I think we've got 2 seniors and then 11 juniors. I don't remember how many sophomores.
8 sophomores. And 15 freshmen.
15 freshmen. So we've got some really exciting years ahead of us. So, yeah.
That's amazing. We interviewed a lot of coaches and all but one that's been a subject about how few kids they've got out right now. And it seems like Ider may be growing a little bit. So good news. That's really good news. Hey, I'm a Tennessee graduate. We had a couple of bad decades. So, I'm not going to hold it against you. We lost everything at the University of Tennessee for Okay. I still wear it. So
That pride.
Just like the SEC says, it just means more to wear that black and gold.
Yes.
And I think too.
Jump back to Howie just a minute. As parents, 3 of you parents are players. And my daughter plays sports, and I've been asked by other parents. I tried to do the radio at one point, which I do the boys football, and I realized if my daughter is playing a sport, I need to go sit in the stands and be dad. Mm-hmm. What do you do on game day? I mean, do y'all have things you do on game day? Do you run and hide? I can tell you, I want to sit completely by myself if Annalise playing as sports. So, and I get, and I don't,
Any superstitions?
yeah. Do y'all have any superstition when your child's playing sports?
I mean, my husband and I cannot sit together. He stands on the fence and I'm way up and standing. Usually by myself.
They're totally separate.
Yeah.
Dear games.
Yeah.
That's a good one too. That's probably healthy. How about anybody else?
My heart just pounds all day, but other than that, it's excitement and it's nervous. And driving here tonight, like this is not my comfort zone. I you know, Stem, I've dreaded this since we talked about it. They talked me into this.
We're all sweating.
We're all nervous as can be. So on my way here, I thought, I'm as nervous as I am on my game night.
But Alicia's the one with the cowbell. And she's so excited and cheering, and I love hearing her and the boys' grandmother.
Oh, Mamaw. We got to give Mamaw a
so
shout out.
good.
Yes.
Yes.
Mamaw's probably, Mamaw's a huge fan for all the kids. We're going to cheer for all those kids, not just ours, but so we do love it. Love it. I don't think we have any necessarily superstitions. I like to get a picture, but now once they went into varsity, they didn't have their jerseys at home, so I don't usually get a jersey picture on game day anymore. But you got a tradition? You TD, you Angel?
I don't have a tradition.
Or a superstition?
I don't. Do you, TD?
I don't.
No, maybe we need to come up with one.
Yeah.
All the parents at Hickson High School has one. Not to sit with me. That's their tradition. Just stay away from Randall. Howie, they're making me nervous now. You know, they got nervous before the show. I ain't been nervous.
It's hot in here.
I broke a sweat sitting here.
The only reason they're nervous is because they're beside the legend. So.
Yes.
That's probably it. Now that you mention it, I think that's it.
Or as I call him, Mr. Ding, because my phone's going to ding after an Ider sports event.
We could set TD up for autographs maybe at Meet the Hornet.
Autograph table.
Yeah.
I think TD could raise some money in that Duncan booth, but I won't mention that neither. So
Yeah, we need to get him and Phil Harris on that Duncan booth.
Oh, I'm coming with 20s if you can get Phil Harris and Tyler on it. So that's all.
Yeah, we're all about the fundraising.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, buddy. Yep.
I'm still with the ball, not necessarily dunking. Go ahead, Howie, before I get in trouble.
Couple more questions. We'll let y'all get out. Once again, thanks for coming on and sharing this information with us. We've heard a little bit about it, but it's great to hear it come from the ones that's kind of organizing it and everything. You mentioned something earlier, and let's get to it real quick. You had the junior high cheerleader sponsor to donate or give the fireworks. There's got to be other people that's, donating stuff. Let's get their name out there as well, if you don't mind, for all their contribution to the Ider for this Meet the Hornets that's coming up.
I mean, J.A. and Paula is always our biggest supporters.
Yep.
They just brought us a lift today because they saw Alicia's picture on Facebook of us on a ladder, the guys on the ladder if they're painting. So he's donated his pressure washer. They donated their lift. They donated funds to help our program. They donate funds to help every program.
Yes.
If we need a bus, a way for transportation for our kids to get like in the state or regionals, Jay's always the first to call and say, hey, he's like, what do you need? And he always helps us out. Crystal Bearden's helped us out. Melanie and Todd, they've been out there pressure washing, bless their hearts, in this heat advisory for 2 days.
Yes.
And who else?
I will shout out. I wish I had my page with me, but Coach Clements has requested that not just the varsity boys, but the junior high and the JV boys to be fed before their games. So we have lined up on Thursday nights churches from the area that are feeding our boys a full meal, somebody giving a devotion, pretty much all the area churches are feeding them before every single ball game. And then I think I have all those slots filled as of today. There's a couple of churches, even one in Rainsville, one in Sylvania, some amazing people in our community and surrounding communities that are willing to give. And then on Friday mornings, we have just about every slot filled for somebody to volunteer to bring the boys a sausage biscuit. And then after school, we have Mark Young. They called him Big Mark when
Big
TD
Mark.
was playing, and his son-in-law, Tyler Ward. They will be cooking and providing meals for the boys on Friday afternoons before their games to make sure they're fueled up. And halftime, Coach, he's requested for the boys to have Snickers and bananas, Gatorades. So we've got parents that are already signed up to fill those slots. And then after the games, after the away games, we're going to make sure they're fed, whether it's peanut butter sandwiches that we've made or McDonald's hamburgers. We just never really realized until recently how many calories it takes to feed these boys and fuel them up. So we couldn't do that without all the people that have volunteered to pay for snacks, to bring food, to cook food. It's just been overwhelming, and we appreciate all those people. If I'd brought my book with me, I could have named them all off, but pretty much every church in Ider is feeding their boys on Thursday nights, and then parents and grandparents are feeding them after school and such.
Yes.
It's very important too. I mean, not only the nutrition side, but we do it, and it seems like the boys have a chance to bond too during that process. So I comment anybody that is part of that process. That is beautiful. Thank you very much for helping any school out there. Sorry, Howie, they started talking about food. I get distracted.
We keep talking about food.
Yeah,
4 pounds since this podcast started.
Speaking about feeding the kids, the boys after the games and everything, we had a player on here from Georgia Tech back last year, and he said he loses on an average of close to 6 to 8 pounds during the game because of the sweating and the physicality and everything. So it's very important to start replenishing as soon as the game's over with. And a lot of people just don't realize how much you're going to lose while you're playing the game, especially on these hot September nights.
For sure.
Another program we put together, again, Coach Clements had recommended it, or just suggested it, and so we took it and kind of ran with it. And so we've come up with a new program, I guess you could call it, but it's called Fieldside Faith. And so we're going to bring all the women together, the moms, the grandmothers, the sisters, the girlfriends, any ladies in their lives that want to come out. While the kids go eat at these churches, they'll go to those churches to eat and be fed and then have their devotion. So all the women, we're going to meet at the field house every Thursday night, about 6 or 6:30. We'll get more details out on that pretty soon. And we're just going to pray over those kids. We're going to put, leave them notes of encouragement, have everybody just kind of chip in and write them a little note of encouragement and put a Gatorade in their locker for the next night. So we're super excited about that. So if there's anybody out there that hasn't heard about that or wants to participate, just get with one of us and we'll get all the details.
That's awesome.
Awesome. Sound like y'all have got everything kind of lined up and ready for the season. Sound like y'all are more ready than the players are.
I don't know. They've been working hard. They have worked so hard. I keep hearing little bits and pieces. I know these two have heard about their kids too, but everybody keeps talking about, oh my gosh, those kids are getting big. Like you can tell they have really put in the work. So,
And all the coaches are working together with
So
their
great.
workout program, and that's
So great.
something that we've really appreciated, for all of them to be on the same page, and they're working out together, all the sports.
Yes.
We really like that.
Yes.
And I think we're about to run out of battery.
Yeah, we're fixing to let you get out. my last question.
Computer. We were thinking we would only do this like maybe 15 minutes, maybe 30, and I have no idea how long we've been. So we've already run the battery out of the laptop.
We are exactly 1 hour into it right now.
Wow.
So the last question,
Still sweating.
Me too.
the last question I've got, who actually kind of kickstarted this Meet the Hornets?
Well, it's something we've done every year, but we were talking a little bit about it. And Lori thought, we gotta make this fun. We got to up this thing. So
Bigger and
she
better.
got her wheels to turning, and the more she got excited, then we got excited. Angela's awesome on all the food. She handles all of that. And so we just kind of put all our heads together. They came over last night. We sat out by the patio by the pool, and we just put all of our thoughts that we've been texting for weeks about. And what about this? What about this? So we just kind of pull it all together. And so, yay, we're super excited about it. So
Awesome, good deal.
but we need everybody there. We can't do it. It won't be as fun without everybody there.
Absolutely.
So bring a chair and bring a chair.
One,
I'm hungry.
one last time, August the 9th at 4 o'clock is when it starts.
Yes.
Starting out with music, is that correct?
Yes.
And then
Cow
going to
plop, music's going on, cow plop, Duncan booth, cornhole, all the games, inflatables. So it's going to be like pretty much like a carnival almost. But yeah, so we've got a lot going on at 4 o'clock. And then at 7 o'clock is when we will begin all the introductions at that point.
Awesome, good deal. And if I ain't mistaken, it's 6:15 and 6:30. It'll be Phil Harris and then Tyler inside the Duncan booth at those. I think they're kind of interchangeable there.
Yep, throw it down.
TD.
There we go. Awesome. Ladies, Tyler, thanks for joining us tonight. If there's anything else we can do to try to help promote this, let us know. We will get it out there to everybody. And I know Tyler let us know, like Randy says, ding, ding, ding. So, but just let us know if there's anything we can do to help y'all out. Randy, you have anything before I close this out?
No, good night. God bless everybody. God bless you ladies for doing this for the young men and supporting the program. And thank you, Tyler, for all you do for River City Media, too.
Thank you.
You're
We
welcome.
just want to do,
Thank
it's all for
y'all.
the kids. We want to do what's best for the kids in the program. And so we're excited just to have a little part in it and super excited. So thank y'all for having us.
Awesome. Good deal. Looking forward to seeing the scores on Friday night. I'm sure it's going to be a lot better than it was the last couple years. And go out and support the Ider Hornets. It's not just a football program as far as it's going to be there. The volleyball program, the
Yes.
band, the cheerleaders, everybody's going to be there. Go out and meet them. If I could suggest something, go to one of the apparel places that's going to be there. Get an Ider shirt in white, carry a Sharpie, and have all those players and band members and cheerleaders to sign it.
Great idea. Great idea. Love
Because this could be the season that turns Ider football back to the way it used to be.
Love it.
So,
Yes.
all right. Thank y'all. Randy, thanks for letting me join you tonight. And so just stick around. We're going to go off the air and we'll continue talking off the air about a couple things. So for Randy, for myself, for our 4 guests tonight, Meet the Hornets, and for the cameo appearance by Phil Harris that hopped on real quick.
He is a superstar, so.
Yeah, we're lucky to get him for what we had him. So good night, everybody.
Good night.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.